and listen to the Come Up here at 88.7 Brave New Radio. For those who just tuning in, we're working this interview with my man Tijon.
Yeah.
We also got his main man JP in here right now. So we're gonna jump to some hot seat questions real quick. We're gonna be asking Tijon a whole bunch of questions, random stuff. He don't know what's going on, so it's gonna be his honest opinion on how he feels about certain things.
Gonna make me sound like a okay.
All right, so let's go with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you enjoy more, the freestyle battle or making a track?
No, making a track.
Making a track.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
All right. What's more important to you, the beat or the lyrics, and why?
The lyrics, because I think that hip hop got a little too comfortable with just having a hot beat. I think that's a very, very negative thing that happened. Hip hop is spoken word poetry, and if you're not saying something, as me as a listener, that's not what I like.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, though, see, here's the trick of the question, though.
Mm-hmm.
See, really, rap in its truest form is the freestyle. Back in the days, people really didn't formulate tracks. Like I was saying in the beginning, really, LL and those guys were the first guys to really put together and lay a track with a chorus and things of that nature. Well, so seeing that, do you still say that at the freestyle?
Yeah, I do, because I think you take it back to you could take it as far back as you want. You can take it back to Africa. You can take it back. There was meaning in what was being said. So let me instead of saying the freestyle, the message is what moves me, not just. I mean, I tip my hat to guys that could, do the freestyle battles. It's very entertaining. But for me, as a listener, as an artist, I'm more about what do you have to say as an artist. Can you, as a man, make me think or make me, move me? You're more impressed
with the body of work than necessarily the off the top of the dome creativeness, which both is equally
They're both
impressive
hip-hop,
and important. But I could definitely respect both of those. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years in the music industry?
Off this last mixtape and video, I've started to garner some management interest and label interest. So and then the fan base just keeps growing. The total views right now are over 500,000 with everything. So I just hope if everything keeps growing, accordingly, hopefully, doing some good things.
I can dig it. Just keep pushing, brother. Keep pushing. It's gonna work itself out. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple of rappers right now. I'm gonna ask you about a couple guys, and you can just tell me who you think is better.
Right.
All right.
We already had this debate earlier. So go ahead.
Yeah, of course. So you know I'm gonna come at you with it. So.
Yeah.
All right. So Biggie or Pac?
Pac. Any reason?
And I'm not agreeing with you by that look on my face, but
why you say that?
Why? Lyrically, I think,
lyrically, you're gonna take Big.
Lyrically,
okay,
and just to me, I think when it comes to a rapper, your lyrics are strong. Like your lyrics have got to be strong. But when I'm rating a guy,
right,
and it's close between Biggie and Pac. But when we're talking about the sheer flow,
right,
the sheer control and command of a beat and the track, I don't think that there's ever been a rapper, probably outside of maybe Jay-Z and Big Pun, that have the flow and the control of just about every single beat that they've hit quite. And I'm not saying that Tupac seems uncomfortable on beats, but we're talking about garnering and commanding the control of the beat. And that's really what I think that stands Biggie light years ahead of many.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pac.
No, of many.
Okay.
Not necessarily Pac, but he's got him beat by a couple steps.
Biggie's like that, he's like Barry White almost. Like he's that deep voice is like pouring gravy on a beat. But Pac, man, what Pac did as a man, and with his song and with the issues he covered at a time when rappers didn't really want to hit on those issues. When Brenda Got a Baby came out, that changed the world, the hip hop world as we know it.
I mean, I can agree. I mean, Tupac definitely had a message, within, and I think that. See, the thing that I like about Tupac, and this is one thing that I'll always give him, is Tupac is all about the message, and really hip hop in its truest form isn't really about the track. Oh, I went out with your girl, blah 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 blah. That hip hop was more, I was on the corner tonight, and the cop came down the street, and he hit me with this club, and they killed Radio Raheem because he wanted a slice of pizza, and you know, like they shot my boy in the bodega over a Snicker bar. Like talking about real stuff that's happening.
Right.
And you know, for that case, you know, I will give the Tupac. Tupac is very impressive that he does tell a good story, and you know he does talk about really important issues.
Yeah,
that are going on, that were going on during his era,
and especially the fact that at that time, you know, the flashy stuff really started to. That's where it was really starting to come out. You know, and the gaudiness of hip hop, and you know, Pac sat back on it, and he stuck to his message, and he stayed true to himself. So that's one thing that as an artist inspires me, and I respect that.
Just to stay true to oneself.
Yeah, you stay true to yourself and to your people, you know, and you'll be good.
I can dig it. All right, so next one, Jay and Nas.
Nas. You know, that's a Queens guy, first of all, and it's same thing, man. I think, like I told you, like I was saying before, I think if you listen to Rewind by Nas, you listen to you listen to Hip Hop Is Dead, Stillmatic, and Illmatic. There's no debating. I think he solidified himself as one of the top 3 in hip hop.
But 4 albums in 10 years, I could divide.
No, that's what Jay's opinion. I mean, I know as a Nas fan, we were all still listening to Nas. I think that Nas got jerked a little bit with the labels and all that. But I think, you know, I feel like that comment's like saying right now Jadakiss doesn't spit as raw as Waka Flocka, because right now people are listening to Waka Flocka, but Jadakiss hasn't dropped something in a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I totally disagree with that. But as I don't want to call myself a music kind of or rap connoisseur, but
right.
I don't feed into the masses, and necessarily record sales don't necessarily move me.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about, to me, it's all about the body of work, and I mean, looking across the board at Jay-Z's body of work, man, it's impressive. I mean, even some of Jay-Z's quote unquote weaker albums have changed. I mean, people constantly say that Kingdom Come was Jay-Z's weakest album, but
right.
I mean, Jay-Z, he became Sean Carter on that. I mean, he just became Sean Carter all over again.
I like the mature view he took. I like what he did.
He changed the game. Like it's just.
I just don't
matured as a rapper. He took the rap game to a business perspective,
right.
to a whole nother level, and he's still Hov.
But
he's
that's
still
the thing.
At the same time.
He did, and you know, Jay's a great one. I'm not saying knocking Jay, but Jay, he took it to a business perspective, and we met Sean Carter, and but I don't think is that what hip hop is? Is hip hop? I mean, I love to see guys grow and provide more jobs for more people, but is that what hip hop is? I mean, Nas's message has been there all along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
I don't know. I mean, it's to each his own.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take Nas.
Yeah.
We're 0 for 2 right now with the agreement.
Yeah, we're 0 for 2 right now.
All right, let's see. Number three should.
All right, we're gonna go with these. We're gonna go with these 2.
Okay.
Since you're clearly a Nas fan, I'm gonna switch my question up.
Okay.
We're gonna go with best Nas album and then best Jay-Z album. So let's go with Nas first.
Okay.
Best Nas album.
Best Nas album is people. I mean, Illmatic's a classic, but I'm gonna go with Can I take 2?
Yeah.
I would say Hip Hop Is Dead and Stillmatic, because Stillmatic, he came back and he put out an album that blew people away. He was him. He was Nas, and people were going. You know, that was a real eye opener album, and that came at a time when hip hop really needed it, and I thought that was a great album. But Hip Hop Is Dead, man. I feel like that flew under the radar. You know how much of what it takes to come out at a time when he felt in his heart that hip hop was dying, and you know a lot of people agree, and he stood up there and he wasn't knocking hip hop. He was saying, open your eyes, wake up, or you're gonna lose this jewel that you have in front of you. So I respect that. And Jay-Z favorite album, Reasonable Doubt and Life and Times Volume 3.
I can dig it. Both 2 classics.
Yeah.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
Best album you ever heard.
Best album ever.
Only one.
You know what? Not even hip hop. I would say Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits album. You listen to that? Yeah. I think that should be a big inspiration if you're a hip hop head, or if you're into lyricism. That's an artist that you should really embrace, because that's it right there.
Talking about folk music, Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Man, I'll say he's.
I've actually heard a lot of Bob.
Yeah, I would say he's the first rapper. If you heard, Subterranean, that's a rap track. You know?
Bob is. He's been in the game. Shout outs to Bob Dylan if you're out there. Who knows what Bob is listening to?